know, India has accepted a new education policy that may change the education landscape forever. Few opinions say it's the best thing happened to the country, where few opinions differ. So, let me have a go. India got its first educational policy in the year 1968, which was found by Indira Gandhi government. It was taken over by NEP 1986, which was found by Rajiv Gandhi government. In 1992, it was modified by PV Narasimha Rao's government, which gave us the current system of 10 plus 2 tier system. What? Something's not adding up. It took Indian government how many years? From 1986 to 2020. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
2 hours later.
16, 17, 1, 2, 3,
34!
I know! You all don't tell me! It took 34 years. So let's dive into NEP 2020. The three main factors are, the first one, India is gonna increase the investment of its GDP to 6%. The second, the changes in the tier system. And the third, renaming of HRD ministry, that's Human Resource Development. So let me clear the things out. We all have learned in a 2-tier system, that's 10 years in school and 2 years in PUC, in which there was a major flaw. The students were divided into 3 streams: science, commerce and arts. The student didn't have freedom in choosing their subjects in other fields. But now the system has been demolished into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. That is 5 years of foundation stage from play school, lower KG, upper KG and standard 1 to 2. 3 years of preparatory stage, that is from 3 to 5th standard. 3 years of middle stage from standard 6 to 8 and 4 years of secondary stage from standard 9 to 12. And being a BCA student, I know how tough it is to learn coding. So government has taken a drastic measure to teach coding from standard 6. I wish I had that. I'm jealous. And in addition to that, the child is being taught in their mother tongue or regional language till class 5. Coming to the higher education, they have merged 3 streams into one river, so the students are free to choose their subjects without any objection of streams. For example, the student can choose accounts with physics and political science if he or she wants. Sanskrit will be given as an option. With that, the government is planning to open Mirus to cope up with IITs and AIIMS and to find a researcher in every student. And the cherry on the top of the cake after 12, the students are given a multi-entry exit program which will give an option to the students to quit a course and join another course and carry on the credits you have earned during the previous course. And that's not it. The government has given the permission to top 100 colleges to conduct campus in India and internship opportunities as well. The one major problem in the system is language. For an example, if you are from Maharashtra and being taught in Marathi and the other person is from Karnataka and being taught in Kannada, met during a debate or any other competition, in which language they'll converse in. Even Google Translate is not so advanced. Number 2, the policy is hard to implement due to the shortage of infrastructure and staff. Number 3, it's centralizing education system. That means the state government does not have any control over the education. All the control is handed over to the central government. The new policy sounds cool and no doubt it will develop the country if it executes well. If you ask me, it's the best thing, but it's too soon to judge or even pass a comment on it. Let's wait and see. I hope I debugged NEP 2020 for you all. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Infinite Muzammil. Leroy, play the extro.